down Highway 126 south, down towards Kearney, Arkansas. We're getting ready here pretty soon to come up to a little place called Wolford called Four Corners. Once you get to Four Corners, you're going to go straight. Don't go to the right. You got to go straight. You go to the right, you'll end up at Buffalo City. And we don't want to go to Buffalo City today. That's here coming up pretty soon in the future. But we're going to go to Kearney, Arkansas. So are you ready? Here we go. You know, this is a story. Yeah, this is a story I've worked on probably for about 4 years. I've written elements of it down, played with it. I've researched it, pulled the materials for it. Just never really put it on paper or put it to video. But that changes today. I'm headed down here to Kearney to do this story. I think it's a really unique story for this area, and I think it's a pretty unique story for the nation also. It sounds pretty big, doesn't it? But there's an element of it that I think it's important to us. It's important to those who truly love history, who love the Ozarks, but not just the Ozarks, who love American history. And that's why we're headed down. Hello, and welcome to Ozarks History. I'm Vincent Anderson. You know, it's amazing sometimes to discover how small, seemingly insignificant locations in the Ozarks can truly reflect its unique character upon our nation and the national spectrum. And that's why we are here today in Kearney, Arkansas. So welcome to Kearney. Today, Kearney is a small little area with a few houses located along the banks of the White River down here on my left, about a quarter mile down below me. And to get here, you have to head west out of Mountain Home, drive about a mile out of Mountain Home, turn left on Highway 126 south, and head down about 10 miles. And once you get down here, it seems like you almost drop off the edge of the earth. But folks, the drive here is beautiful any time of the year. And decided to shoot this video today because the leaves are changing this fall. Now the hillsides and ridge behind me was once a thriving stone quarry. And the men chiseling the stone out from here were calling it Arkansas red marble. Now for those geologists watching, I know it's not Arkansas marble, it's not red marble. Marble is metamorphic rock. And this ridge behind me is not composed of metamorphic rock. But the rock that I'm holding right here is actually called Arkansas red fossil. And if you look closely, you can see the small fossils and the crinoids composing its matrix in here. Now on May 25th, 1920, a gentleman named Howard Wolford incorporated a business here at Kearney called the White River Marble and Building Stone Company here in Baxter County. It's quite a mouthful. White River Marble and Building Stone Company. And that's why we are here today to talk a little bit what that company did. Now up in Illinois there was a distinguished committee that had an important landmark to remodel and expand. And they were looking around for the right stone to use, and they were going to expand a mausoleum. And the order went out December 7th, 1929. And they secured this Arkansas red fossil. And they were going to manufacture a monolith or a cenotaph. Sometimes people would call it a tombstone. Now the stone was drilled off the side of the mountain here, and you can see the drill marks on a sample piece right here. It was drilled, then it was cut with a wire, and once it was cut and it was slid down the mountain, and once it got down below the mountain here, they put it on a railroad car. And if you look here on the side of the county road, there's another grade down here that kind of goes sloping down the mountainside. That's the road that they took. Now Mr. Wolford took the stone, transported it to his shop down in Batesville, Arkansas, where it was cut, polished, and assembled, roughly assembled. Then they placed it on another railroad car, transported the monolith back to Batesville, from Batesville up to Springfield, Illinois. Now where at in Springfield, Illinois? The place is called the Oak Ridge Cemetery, and it's where our 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, that's where his mausoleum resides. Now the dedication of the new mausoleum was inaugurated by President Herbert Hoover, and this took place June 17th, 1931. Now the Kearney stone composes Lincoln's monolith. Also the trim in the rotunda as you walk into the mausoleum, it's part of the trim there also. And the ceremony that was held there, June 17th, was attended by 40,000 people. Now I've visited Lincoln's mausoleum a few times, and just to look at this cut stone, it has a soft red hue. It's very graceful to look at. Now Lincoln's stone, now think about this a moment. Lincoln's stone originates from an area that during the Civil War was the scourge of border wars. The Union, the Rebel, the Bushwhackers, Jayhawker raids were taking place all around here in the Ozarks. The Ozarks were a place many times of famine and heartache. And on top of that, after the war, we have the strife of the Reconstruction compounding the dissension that was sown from the former years of the Civil War. Now, for those who want to scamper around and erase and dissolve our waymarkers of the past, I'm asking you to think again. Folks, we have a Confederate stone. A Confederate stone honoring a Union president. Doesn't that kind of cap off the Civil War of bringing back peace and civility? Yet there are those today that seem they want to scamper around and profit by dividing us because of our differences. But folks, we have a stone that unites and unifies. And we can momentarily forget our divisions when we look at something like this. And remember, we are Americans. Now, isn't that one of the monikers of President Abraham Lincoln, a more perfect union? And his memorial stone originates here in the Ozarks. That's quite a history. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video and you'd like to see more content like this, please click the subscribe button down here on the right hand side of your screen. New video comes up online on YouTube, you'll be automatically notified. Also, if you'd like to financially support videos like this, Ozarks History, there is a Patreon link down below in the contents and notes part of this YouTube screen here. Go down here, click on Patreon. We really appreciate your help in supporting Ozarks History. I would also like to thank the landowner, Jody Scott, for his hospitality and letting us come here, film what was the Kearney area right here. Great hospitality. Folks, a lot of the history that happens in the Ozarks is on private land. Do not trespass. Become friends with the people who actually have that piece of land you'd like to go on. It's very, do the nice thing. Be gracious. Be gracious. Also, there's this book that I have used in the past. It's called Set in Stone by Howard F. Wolford Sr., Quarryman. It's by Mr. Rene Jordan. There's only a few of them out there. You may have to check on Amazon or something like that. The first chapter is actually on Kearney, Arkansas, and it's full, many of it's full-color pictures. Excellent history on the Kearney Stone around here. Also Guyan, Batesville, Arkansas. Interesting stories. I'd also like to thank the people up in the Lincoln Mausoleum. 2014, I was working with a gentleman up there, helped me get some information, the content for this video also. I've been sitting on this stuff since 2014. You can never do this stuff by yourself, and I want to thank him up there also in Springfield, Illinois. And again, thank you for watching Ozarks History. Thank you for watching Ozarks History. If you like this content and you want to see more, I ask you to just do a couple things. Just go down at the bottom of the page and click the subscribe button. Train! Hello and welcome to Ozarks History. I'm Vincent Anderson. You know, it's amazing sometimes to discover how small, seemingly insignificant locations in the Ozarks can really reflect its unique character upon our nation. Well, that's why we are here today. And we have a boat. We got an airplane flying overhead. Isn't that one of the monikers of President Lincoln, a more perfect union? And his memorial stone originates here in the Ozarks. Now that's quite a history. Bam! Got it! Arkansas red fossil for you today. Make your marbles. That's good. It's a wrap.